So in this video, guys, we will be covering about the topic of RSI, and we will be starting the whole advanced series of RSI from this session onwards. Okay, so to continue with this method of RSI, which I will be using right now, I will I expect you guys to have completed my other two parts, which I have completed in my, which I have uploaded in my RSI playlists. I would expect you guys to know the basic parts of the RSI, basic parts of using the RSI using Andrew Cardwell's method. I would expect you guys to have thorough know-how about the basic parts of the RSI as used by Andrew Cardwell. So from this point onwards, okay, so understand this, we will be advancing towards the advanced section of the RSI series. We would be advancing towards the advanced section of the RSI series. And from this point onwards, I would expect you guys to have thorough knowledge, thorough know-how about the range rules that have been taught by Andrew Carville, sir. Range rules, super ranges, range shifts, and the classical and hidden divergences. Classical divergences, namely bullish and bearish divergences, and hidden divergences, namely TD plus and TD minus. Okay. So let me start the slide. So guys, remember this, from this point onwards, I would need your thorough concentration on the concepts that I will be explaining you from now onwards. As usual, the whole subject will be covered as of the basic pattern, as in basic pattern as we use. Uh, First I will be teaching you guys the theory about the concepts that I want you to know, uh, and on next part I'll so not on the next part, and on the end session ends, we will be covering the practical application of the methods that we will be using. First, as usual, I will be starting with the theory. Let me just start. So in previous parts, as we learned that RSI forms some sort of divergences like DD plus and DD minus. Using the concepts of DD plus and DD minus, which are disproportional displacements. Guys, know this. Many of the concepts that I will be talking on this particular video, you will get confused if you directly start from this particular video. Just know this, you have to know the basic you have to know the basic knowledge of the RSI that I have taught on the previous videos, guys, please. So always know this, RSI structures like this. RSI moves in such a manner. Okay. So let me first cover the descending channel, RSI descending channel first. So what will be happening in the descending channel, I'll show you. I'll expect you guys to know what is a DD plus, okay, and what is a bearish divergence. And using the structures of where's my cursor? Ah, Using the structures of bearish divergences and DD plus, we will be plotting the uh, descent. We will be plotting the channel structure. Right now, we have started the advanced framework of the RSI, and we are right now learning the subjects of RSI channeling and segmentation. We have from this point onwards, we are actually starting the uh, RSI channeling and segmentation. So what is a DD plus channel, or also the basic name which is there is descending channel. So in in price price in the uptrend, price trends like this, higher high and higher low. Price trends something like this. When there is a counter trend movement or a consolidation type movement, or also inside the higher high higher low structure, RSI can form something like this. In the RSI will form some structures like this. Okay, RSI will form some structures like this. This is the RSI line. This fast moving line is the RSI line. These curvy lines are the RSI lines. Don't mind my drawing, by guys. This is just a theory based. In actual, this won't be this the RSI won't be symmetrical as shown here. This is just for theory sake. Okay, guys. So how the descending channel would shape up? Descending channel would occur in a uptrend. How it would shape up? I'll show you. It would shape up something like this. It will be made of a bearish divergence. Price is making higher high, higher highs, swing highs. Whereas the bearish divergence is making is lower highs. But after that, we come to know that the price is making higher high, higher low, higher low. Price is making higher low, whereas the RSI is making the price is making lower lows. That is the concept. Okay, that is the DD plus. That is our DD plus. And like this, we can plot these two highlighted lines, which are these dark black lines, and we can plot the descending channels. You can actually plot descending channel in any of the charts like this. The descending channels can be plotted. Okay. For the descending channels are actually a trending structure channel. So always, if the descending channel has to be successfully plotted, has to successfully work, it has to break. These dotted lines are the continuation of the trend. The descending channel has to break from the upside. Always know this. To continue the trend of this RSI, to continue its trend inside the range of between 80 to 40, or it can be also a super range of 80-50 regions. To continue within this trend, uh, RSI will break from upside from this descending channel. Okay, to continue its trend. So descending channel could shape up something like this. Prices forming such structures. Prices forming a structure of higher high, higher low, and there is a DD plus. This is the DD plus. This is the higher lows. These are the lower lows. Prices forming a DD plus, and you can clearly see this is the bearish divergence. This is the higher highs. This is the higher lower highs. This is forming a bearish divergence, and to 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 uh, to continue this trend, when the price is continuing this trend, RSI has to compulsorily break from the upside. Okay, RSI RSI has to break from the upside of this descending channel to continue its particular trend. So in this structure, we can see that there is a combination in the it is also actually it is also named as DD plus channels, but basically we call it as a descending channel. Okay. So it is particularly structured. It is particularly made with bearish divergences and DD plus, and you can plot these two lines in inside the. You can plot these two boundary lines for you, and always remember, use the swing pivot positions. Use these pivot positions. Don't use the open positions. Always use the pivot positions, pivot points, and pivot points to plot the channels. Okay. For to continue its upward trend, RSI will have to break. See how the breakout has been pointed here. RSI has to break out from the upside. We can clearly see here too, there is a DD plus. There is a DD plus. We can here also clearly see that RSI is breaking from the upside. The descending channel is breaking from the the RSI which is inside the descending channel is breaking up for the upside to continue its uh, upward direction. So right now we can see in this particular region that RSI is continuing its movement inside the descending channel. To after this, the charts haven't been plotted. After this, the price haven't. This was the last end of the session. So to focus this, to know this, we can say that to continue the up trending structure, actually we are trend traders, right? We would expect the price to break from this particular level, break from this uh, particular region, break from this upper trend line of the descending channel, and not from the lower trend line. Okay? This and descending channel usually forms an uptrending structure, because descending channels are made up of DD plus and bearish hypothesis. Okay. This is a beautiful. This is another example of DD plus. There you can see this is not. It's actually not sort of a descending channel. Although this there are just parallel lines drawn here. This particular one is not that descending channel. So here we can see that RSI has continued its upward movement of trend. Here also we can see that there is a range shift, because sorry, because RSI broke the 60 levels from this region and the range shift occurred. RSI then broke from this region, continuing the broke from this descending channel region, continuing its upward momentum. RSI, it's to know how the RSI is continuing its upward momentum. RSI is breaking from the upside. See how beautifully this descending channels are. See this breakout point, see this breakout point, see this breakout point, see how the trend is continuing, see how the trend of the RSI is continuing. As we can clearly see that is, as it is clearly evident that RSI is breaking from this particular descending channel. Okay. uh, Sometime back I also used this uh, example. I used also used this on Britannia. So I did take some positions. Just ignore this, ignore all of this Fibonacci and Elliott waves. I did have learned great deal of Elliott waves, but I don't particularly use Elliott waves as such nowadays. I usually those days I was just experimenting. Just ignore the Elliott waves and the Fibonacci. Okay? Only concentrate upon the price structure. So usually I am a pullback trader. So I was taking SIP positions, SIP STP positions in these particular locations. So we can clearly see that this descending channel was made. The RSI took sort of supports from the 40 regions and broke from the upside. Okay? This is the ascending channel. Ascending channel is nothing but the price is in a high low trend, and RSI is also channeling towards the upward direction. This is just the travel. Okay? This is also a upward trend, because in this the in this we can in this particular position we can clearly see that RSI was in a downward trending range, that is 60-20 ranges. And after that RSI started traveling inside this uh, ascending channel, and from this point onwards the range shift occurred and a descending channel was made. And this was actually a good position for entry in my opinion. And if you are a breakout trader, you could have entered in these positions too. You could actually plot a trend line here and you could have entered in these positions. Okay. So reverse is nothing but ascending channel. Ascending channel occurs in a downtrend while price is making a lower high lower low structure, and when the price is consolidating or making a counter trend movements in the lower high lower low structure. RSI will be shaping up something like this. It would be shaping up something like this ascending channel. Okay, just know this. This is a very symmetrical drawing that I have just drawn in this particular example. RSI don't work usually like this. Okay, usually you won't see such perfect structures. This is just a short theorized example. Okay, yes, so we can see that price was making a lower high, lower low. Price was making lower lows, uh, whereas the RSI was making a higher lows. Okay, that is nothing but a bullish divergence, and the trend continuation divergence is nothing but a beloved DD minus. So price was actually I do get confused with these terms. So in DD minus, price is making lower highs. Where I guess you would certainly know this. I'm not a downtrending uh, trader. That's why I really do get confused with these terms. So price is making a lower high, whereas the RSI is making a higher. Okay. Sorry. Hmm. RSI is making a higher high, whereas the price is making the lower high. That is nothing but our trending uh, continuation of trend divergence. DD minus is nothing but a trend continuing divergence. And to know this, that the RSI is continuing its trend, RSI has to break from the lower side of the ascending channel. Okay? In uptrend, the RSI has to break the upper side of the descending channel. Let me show you. RSI has to break the upper side of the descending channel, whereas in the downtrend, the RSI has to break the da- downside of the ascending channel to continue their their original trend. Okay? And ascending channel, know this, ascending channel occurs in downtrend and descending channel occurs in an uptrend. Okay? Some Let me show you some examples of ascending channels. Okay? So price was consolidating somewhere here. So there is a TD minus. You can see a good good amount of ascending channel here, and it broke down here. This is also a sort of ascending channel structure, and to continue its trend, price has to break the downward side, move downward side. So some time back I was tracking Atul Auto weekly charts. It's actually, I guess, of September, October. Sorry, it's of May, June. I guess it's of. Oh, sorry. Okay, okay. It's of September, October already. Okay. So prices, sorry, RSI price is making a lower high, lower low structure in weekly charts, whereas the RSI is moving in its ranges of 60-20, and what is it? RSI is shaping up something like this. It is making, and your your channel lines need not be parallel in nature. It's okay if you want to use parallel channel lines. It's okay if you want to draw some perfect channels, but uh, guys know this. It could be triangle sort of structure. We usually just name it as channel. Okay? So an ascending channel was made and it broke down. An ascending channel was made and the price continued its trend and it broke down. Okay, guys. Again, the ascending channel has been made. It is approaching the 60 regions. If this 60 region has been is broken, if the 60 or 66.6 is region, as I explained in my previous video of range tools, if that region is broken, and if RSS starts moving, RSI starts making a descending channel, and initially breaks from upside, we can say that is there is a trend reversal in place. Okay? So this is nothing but summarizing the channels. Okay? Our price was making a lower high, lower structure. You could see that there is a ascending channel. RSI made an ascending channel in here, and the RSI broke down to continue its particular trend. And after that, what happened? RSI price started consolidating, as I said in the previous slide, RSI started consolidating, and ascending channel. The RSI continued moving inside its ascending channel. That means uh, something or somewhere we were something or somewhere we could have expected range shifts. Okay, then at this point RSI broke the 60 regions. At this point descending channel was made. RSI broke upside, and it broke the 60 regions, thus confirming that there is a some sort of trend reversal in RSI. There is a DD plus here also we can see, and this descending channel was broke from the upside. Here also we can see some sort of like a DD plus. For DD plus to continue its trend, it has to break from upside. Okay. So what is, you could have just know this how you could have in previous slides you could have guessed it that how a DD plus or a DD minus would fail. So RSI signals revisited is nothing but a concept of showing how the DD plus or DD minus fails. This particular thing that I am teaching you right now, guys, these concepts are really important. Know this. These concepts won't be taught by any other person on YouTube or any blogs, or even I would go on to say that I don't think so. Andrew Cardwell sir would have taught this concept to us. I, I was saying, my guys, Andrew Cardwell sir also has some sort of flaws in his concept and concept of divergences. So these are the flaws that can negate it. These are the things uh, that can rectify those flaws, in my opinion. Okay, guys. Okay. Now let me show you RSI signals revisited. What is this signal revisited? It is nothing but DD plus failing. How DD plus occurs? DD plus occurs in a descending channel. RSI is making a descending channel, which means price is making a low, higher high, higher low structure. At some point price would have started consolidating, a distribution phase could have occurred, and it could have broke the from the downside, or it could start a lower high lower low structure counter trend movements, and it could have lasted longer. That's why what would have happened in the RSI, that the RSI is continuing its traveling inside the uh, descending channel. Know this, guys. Always know this. For the DD plus, and you could also see that there are multiple numbers of DD plus occurring inside this descending channel. Always know this. If Always know this, how to assess the strength of the DD plus. If the DD plus passes with uh, only one DD plus, and if with only one DD plus the trend is continuing. If only one or two DD plus the trending, the RSI is breaking from the upside, that means that DD plus are strong in nature, that descending channel is strong in nature. But if you are seeing two or three, 4 times DD plus are occurring, RSI is still continuing its travel. In RSI is still continuing its traveling inside the descending channel. That means that somewhere or somewhere there is some uh, reversal that we can expect now, and there somewhere we can expect a range shift too. Okay. So that means nothing but RSI is continuing its traveling inside the uh, descending channel. For RSI to continuing its trending movement, that is the uptrend movement, RSI should have broke from this upside region or this upside region. Okay. But it didn't break this upside region, guys. Okay. It didn't break this upside region. Actual RSI was continuing inside this channel. This scenario should have occurred, but this scenario didn't occur. I am just showing you this example, or this scenario could have occurred somewhere here too. but this scenario didn't occur. That and RSI is continuing its uh, momentum inside the channel. Okay, or else something other thing can also occur that, but let me show you. RSI is traveling inside the descending channel. That means somewhere we can see that there is a slight chance of RSI range shifts, or also we can say that the if RSI breaks from the opposite side, if the momentum of the price is so high, if the sellers are so strong in nature, if they are very voluminous in nature, they have very high volumes, sellers have very high volumes, sometimes you can also see that the RSI is directly breaking from the opposite side. It should actually break from this side to continuing its trending movement, right? So if the RSI is continuing inside the descending channel or breaking from the opposite side, so somewhere we have to get cautious. Okay, guys. My antivirus is acting up right now. Okay. So RSI signals revisited in ascending channel. As how this is just the mirror image of the this is just the reverse of the descending channel RSI signals revisited. So what would have occurred in the ascending channel? Price was making a successful lower high, lower lows, and at some point you could see that in here price could have consolidated. DD plus multiple DD minus are occurring, multiple DD minuses are occurring, and price is continuing its trend inside the channel. Okay, price is continuing its trend inside this channel, and somewhere a DD plus also could have DD plus could have also occurred in when the price is consolidating and also making a reversal structure. Price could have made a DD plus structure inside the ascending channel alone. So for trending move, RSI should have broke down. Okay, RSI should have broke down to continuing its trending move. So, but what happened? RSI is continuing its momentum inside the channel. Okay, this could be. We could also say that from this point, a range shift could occur. Okay, in fact, we did see some example in some other charts. So this was the ascending channel. To continue its trend, RSI should have broken from this point where I'm moving my cursor right now. RSI should have broken from this point. No, RSI didn't broke. It's broke from the downside. Actually, RSI started its travel, continued its travel inside the ascending channel, and thus at some point, RSI also started making DD plus. Okay, DD plus and DD plus and also descending channels, and broke from the upside, thus showing us that we are right now we have right now a successful range shift. Okay, so these were the RSI signals revisited. So these are RSI channel range shifts. RSI channel range shift could occur something like this from up to down. An ascending channel is occurring. RSI is moving. RSI is distributing itself. RSI is squeezing right now. A DD plus could have occurred here, and it's transferring itself to the descending channel. It's transferring itself to the uh, 84 80 40 regions. Okay, guys. So previously it was in. Okay, guys. So right now you can see that in year two, that year two. Sorry. Okay, okay. Sorry. In this actually I'm wrong now. In this example, price were making DD pluses. Price was were making DD plus, and it started distributing itself, and RSS continued its travel inside the descending channel, and we could see that from this point by when the RSI broke the 20 regions, from this point a range shift occurred. Okay. So this is an other example of RSI signal revisited. So in here too, we can beautifully see that price was making a lower high, lower low structure, and RSI started making an ascending channel to continue its downward trend. RSI should have broken from this point or from this point, but no, it didn't break from this point, and actually it it continued its traveling inside the ascending channel, and a TD plus occurred here, occurred at this point. A descending channel can even be seen in this point, and it a range shift, while range shift also occurred. No, actually in this range shift hasn't occurred yet. To continue the upward momentum, RSI should to continue its upward momentum and to have a successful range shift, RSI should now break from 60 regions and break this descending channel. It has already broken. There's no line plotted here. It has already broken the descending channel from the upside. Okay, guys. So these are RSS segmentation and channeling. Segmentation and channeling, I'll say how segmentation and channeling can be done. Yeah. So guys, just concentrate. I'll try my best to explain you the concept of segmentation and channeling. How we can do segmentation and channeling. How to use the concept of channel 2 and channel 3s. Primary channels are the primary channels we will be making are channel ones, which are descending channel and ascending channel. The channel 2 and channel 3, especially channel 2, is nothing but a broader broader aspect of the RSI. We just zoom out, the whole chart, and we see what the broader structure of the RSI, what is the broader framework of the RSI, and accordingly we place the channels. So in this too, we can see that RSI is making a descending channel, RSI is making ascending channel here too. But look at this lines, guys. Look at this lines. These are channel 2. These are the examples of channel 2. That's why in this two, from this pivot point, this particular channel 2, from this point, from this channel, RSI took a great support from here too. Okay, guys. In, even we can see that RSI didn't sustain well enough below this point. Okay, we have if you see naked channels, it would look something like this. But if you plot a channel 2 sort of structure, if you see some naked, there's no particular direction in the channels. Okay, there's no particular direction in the RSI. There's no particular shape of the RSI. To give a good shape to the RSI, we use the concept of segmentation. We use the concept of segmentation and channeling. In here too, I have placed the segmentation. There's a segment. This is the segmentation channel of descending channel. The broader channel is of descending channel. That means the price is making the lower line lower structure, and the overall descending channel is thus showing that the RSI is facing downward side. That means it is not really a good structure. Okay, okay. If we see, guys, if you just nakedly see that, if you just nakedly plot these if you just nakedly plot these channels, there's no whole, what I should say, there's no whole meaning behind it. Although I don't usually use channel 3, I don't go to channel 3. I I try my best to sum up everything. I try my best to uh, ease my analysis within the DD plus channels, within the this channel ones and channel twos. Okay, let me also teach you channel 2, channel 1 and channel 2s. Okay, so in here too, we can see that the RSI is making a descending channel. The descending channel is occurring inside this bigger, broader channel of ascending channel, which is channel 3. and the channel 2 is also offered descending channel. Okay, the channel 2 is also made of a dd plus, a longer structure dd plus. Okay, the dd plus has passed from this point, and dd plus has actually passed, and the broader structure which we can see is of, which is of channel 3. The border structure, actually in here, he has plotted channel 3. Actually cha- cha- my channel 2 is here, channel 3 only. I don't usually plot, I'll usually plot a normal descending channel or the channel 1, and I usually plot the overall broader structure. Okay, to give the segmentation to my, to give the whole broader aspect to my RSI. Okay, so while in previous charts we can see there was no meaning behind the channels. It was just nakedly occurring anywhere. Okay, but when we start using broader channels, when we start segmentizing, when we what word I should use, when we start using broader channels, we also make room, other rooms for other channels too. Okay guys, there's a room, this is the whole room. The channel 3 is acting as a whole bigger room, and inside this room this can be a bedroom or kitchen sort of thing. Okay guys, the actual meaning is always behind descending channels only, but to sum up everything we use broader channels. Okay guys, in this examples too we can see that RSI is making descending channel. Let me show you a bigger picture to trend. So in this example, RSI was plotted nakedly here. There was no such meaning behind it, but let me show you the same example in here too. The same descending channel which is here and which is here, you can see that it is giving more meaning to the whole life of, actually whole meaning to the RSI. While compare, if you compare the RSI here, there's no such meaning. Yes, there's a meaning that descending, in descending channel it is breaking from the upside, but what is the overall broader structure of the RSI? Broader structure of the RSI, which is the channel 2, guys, let's see, look at here, the channel 2 is not, is a structure of ascending channel. Ascending channel is nothing but that means it is facing upward. Okay guys, so so these were the theory of RSI segmentation and channeling, and also um, some of the practical examples using charts. So right now I'll try my best to okay, I'll try my best to start charting. I have some stocks in my watch list, and I'll use the RSI, how I use the RSI to plot the channels. Okay guys, and it's okay, you don't the channel should occur directly in front of your naked eyes, guys. Just don't force yourself. Okay guys, just don't force yourself. So my playlist first option is Imami. Let me just delete these things. Okay, let me keep it because this is one of my, okay. Yes, RSI, one sec guys, just the answer. Huh. Huh. So what I do, I start something like this. I just make the whole chart of RSI. I just lower this. So what all things like we can see? I can see I can, no, I can see descending chart somewhere like this. Let me just check. This could be a DD plus 2. I don't usually look at it here. So how beautifully we can see that there is a super range to it. Super range is of something like this. It is taking good support from 60 regions. Okay, guys. And even we can I'll try my best in later topics to cover topics like time frame correlations. In there we can see how weekly is moving above 60, weekly monthlies are moving about 60s, whereas daily is taking support from 40 or 60 regions there. And those points are actually good for entry. Those show us that those are really strong structures, guys. Okay, so let me plot the broader structure right now. Broader structure is something like this. That means it is upward facing. Okay. Okay. I'll just talk about the broader channel is something like this. Okay. This is how I plotted the structure of Imame Limited using RSI. So this was a good opportunity for entry, and there's a good breakout in this region too. So these are the stocks that are currently in my watch list. These stocks have been shortlisted by me through through top-down approach. First I've selected my preferred list of sectors, and preferred list of sectors are nothing but क्या बोलते हैं pharma and FMCG and IT metals. ठीक है guys. So in price action, first and foremost, always remember the price action is must and important, more important than RSI. I use RSI only for confluences. ठीक है guys. Always remember this. In this part, I, I won't be teaching price action in detail in this part because I want to cover everything. I want to dedicate myself and cover everything about RSI. But always know this, guys. Price action and volumes are important more even than any other indicator is important. Okay. So RS also is outperforming. It has took it was consolidating near this region. To know about the RS, guys, just watch my RS playlist. Okay. And this is and know the basic difference of RS and RSI. I have actually covered in the first part of RS. Still, I'll also explain. It's my duty to explain you the difference between the RS and RSI. RS is not just briefly saying. I'll just explain you the meaning. What is the meaning behind the RS and RSI? Okay? A basic meaning which I understand. Okay? RS is nothing but RS is comparing the RS is comparing the closing price of the stock to the broader base index or to the benchmark or whichever index you want to select. It is comparing two scripts, right? Okay? But whereas RSI, relative strength index, is comparing its own price. It's comparing its own price to the 14-day average price. Okay, guys. My setting is of 14 days. Okay, my setting is of 14 days. If I'm using an hourly chart, then my setting would be of 14 hours. Okay, yes. So my second watch list is Tata Consumer. So in Tata Consumer, can we plot a channel? Let me show you. Okay, I can see one. Okay, I'm just doing it fast to so that to complete the video in as much uh, shorter time as possible. Okay, guys. I guess this could be a DD plus. Let me look at that. ठीक है. Yes, yes, this is a DD plus. This is actually this particular. Let me zoom in. Yes, this particular point is a DD plus. Let me plot the DD plus two. Yes, this is one DD plus channel I have plotted. Yes. So what is the product base structure? Product base structure. No, no, no. I couldn't possibly look. I couldn't possibly plot a channel 2 right now. But if you successfully plot a channel 1, that's more than sufficient. Yes, there's a DD plus and okay, I could plot a DD plus here. Let me see in line chart if the DD plus is right or not. Yes, the DD plus is right. Yes. So what is my other Hindustan Unilever? Guys, always know this. These are just for confluences. This particular descending channels are only plotted for confluence so as to see that the structures are noteworthy or strong or not. Okay, guys, don't take entry on the base. Believe me, guys, as a hardcore RSI lover myself, don't take entries on the basis of RSI. Always, always, always use price action and volumes to plot the answer. Okay, guys. So in Hindustan Unilever, I could plot somewhat like VCB pattern. Let me look at the RSI. How I could look at the RSI. Okay. Okay. I could see a channel 2 somewhat like this. Okay. Just connect the pivot points as much as possible. Now. Okay. Just connect the pivot points as much as possible. Okay, guys. This is the channel 2 that I can look. Now you could have seen that there is a DD plus channel somewhere like here, channel here. So and here too, what could have happened? Yes. So we could see that the RSI was continuing its travel inside the uh, descending channel, and at some point the at some point RSI started consolidating. At some point RSI broke the 40 regions. Then too we can see that it wasn't breaking this particular. Let me just for ease let me just cancel this out. Okay. Huh. So let's see that it took a great support from this channel 2 itself, and if it could have broken the channel 2 also, then we could have concluded a successful range shift, guys. Okay. So what we have seen that there is a RSI signal revisited in the descending channel. But what happened? Some sort of RSI squeeze. I'll teach you the concept of RSI squeeze in later part, guys. But know this. Know this is the most important topic of RSI. Just know this, and after that, everything will be a piece of cake for you guys. Okay, guys. And after that this descending channel broke, thus continuing its trend. Okay, although there was a range shift, but it didn't break this particular, sorry, it didn't break this particular channel 2. And there was a, we can see here that there was a short term lower low structure, RSI then made ascending channel. RSI is actually right now in ascending channel. Okay. Something like this. Okay. And I could also plot some sort of squeeze structure. Okay, guys. So this is how I plot the Hindustan Unilever. This is actually a perfect example to for the RSI channel and segmentation. You can see that there is a channel 2 example, a channel 1 example, a channel signal revisited example, a signal revisited example, descending channel breaking from upside example, and an example of signal revisited in ascending channel. Okay, guys. So what's this document? Aurobindo Pharma. Aurobindo Pharma. Everything I'm doing is in the daily chart. You could also do the same in the weekly chart as well. Not an issue, guys. If you are a weekly trader, if you are using the concepts of stand win stint, it's okay. Okay, guys. In weekly chart too, you can see that there is a good VCP point of VCP type of structure. Although there's a clear supply visible here, there's a clear resistance in this point. Wait, let me plot this. This could be used for my future reference too. There's a clear resistance here, but I am seeing a good, sorry, but I'm seeing a good channel, sorry, VCB sort of structure, guys. Let me show you. What is happening with my cursor? Ah, it's somewhere like this. And how the VCP is structuring. Let me show you how the VCP is structuring. To learn about VCP, guys, to learn about the concept of VCP, read the book of Mark Manivani, sir. Okay. Okay. It's something sort of like this. VCP is nothing but volatility contraction. Volatility is contracting. Okay. This is the weekly chart, guys. To look at the weekly chart RSI, let me look at something like this. Yes. Okay, the shortcut of trend line is Alt T. Okay, sorry. Hmm. So I guess my laptop lags a lot. Just have some patience with me. Uh, please do have some patience because there's a great learning inside all of these things to you guys. This is a good descending channel sort of structure, guys. Okay. Could I plot a channel to yes one? Let me try this out. This is one point I've plotted. This is the other one I've plotted. It's actually not that perfect, but still, it could for a rough drawing, it's okay. But look at like this could be a DD plus two. This 2 points could be a DD plus two. Yes, as let me look at the line charts. These are DD plus. These are good DD plus. Example of DD plus. This is a DD plus. Yes. Look at the TT plus. This is the TT. See this? So know this, guys. If you are a rookie, you could see that I am plotting the DD plus or DD minus very fastly. I am doing it very fast. Guys, know this. You could get confused for a while, because know this, guys, because for me my eyes have adjusted to plot DD plus and DD minus, and for you, how easily you could also see that how easily I have plotted the DD plus. So don't get confused, guys. Just know this, to know this, that learn the basics that I have taught in my previous videos, guys. Okay? Let me do it fast now. Cadila. Cadila has mm, no, in weekly chat I don't see I do see one channel, but it doesn't make that much sense. Yes, actually that's actually a good channel, but let me look at the daily chart right now. Okay. Okay. So this is a example of channel revisited, RSS signals channel revisited sort of example. Let me show you. Okay. So RSS started consolidating and there was a good upward momentum. Uh, there could have been good buyers in this position. Yes, see guys, wide range candles with good amount of volumes, and that's why this particular thing gave a good jump start to the RSI as well. This particular price action momentum, how this particular see how it happened. Okay, guys. Now Sipla. So in Sipla 2, there is also Sipla 2 similar to Cadilla. There is a vertical take off sort of movement. Let me put this. See, see if there is any channel to structure. Okay, okay, I could look at one channel two, which looking something like this. For channel 2, try as much as possible to connect the pivot points. Okay, guys. And in descending channel also, in the channel 1 also, uh, it's compulsory to plot the pivot points. Okay, guys. See how beautifully from this. Okay. So RSI made a descending channel sort of structure and broke the trending structure from upside. Okay, guys. So this is how we can see that some of the flaws of Andrew Cardwell's use of RSI can be is seen here. If this there was no this sort of structure, there was no whole meaning to RSI actually. So you could have concluded from this point that there is a range shift. But see how we can plot a descending channels. Okay? It is clearly evident that it and the lower low structure was also with lower volumes, but you would have concluded from this point, if you would have used the rules of Andrew Cardwell's, you would have concluded that from this point the range shift has occurred and it is a downward phasing downward trending momentum. But no, it's not like this. just plot the descending channel, and it has broke from the upside very beautifully. Okay. And the last talk for the day, I'll just plot Sun Pharmaceutical. Okay. In some pharmaceutical too, there is a somewhat sort of similar structure like in Cartella and Cipla. Let me show you one. Could I place a channel two? As of now, I don't see a channel two. Then two, a good descending channel can be plotted here. Okay, yes. And it broke from the upside. And notice the descending channel are of combinations of DD plus and barrier divergences. Okay, yes. So if you would have just took the range shift example, you could have exited from these positions, but no, guys, you can see that RSI is still in a descending channel itself. Okay, yes. And always know this, guys, basing your trades on the basis of RSI, taking exits or taking entries on the basis of RSI is actually not a good thing, guys. RSI could be doing anything. RSI could be doing on the base of its formula. RSI could be doing anything, guys. Always know this. RSI could be making a range shift, whereas price is uh, price is still in moving with low volumes while moving in counter trend movements. So let me show you something. If I could correctly plot this one, yes, there's one good example of TD plus. Yes, and this is one example of TD plus. Yes, this is one good example of TD plus. Let me also see. Look at this one. Yes, beautiful. This is also another example of TD plus. Okay, this is also another example. Yes. So guys, I hope you find this session very useful and thank you for listening.